Back with our final segment here on Trailblazers Courtside. Hey, it is back once again, Michael. You can secure your copy of the 2016 Blazer Dancers Fitness Pinup Calendar now for only $20. You pre-order online, you receive a free autographed Blazer Dancer poster. Don't miss this limited pre-order offer. Go to trailblazers.com/calendar and order now. Michael and I are continuing on with our preseason prediction show. Yes, we've got a week under our belt already in the regular season, but we are going to take a look at the Western Conference now. And oh, by the way, there are only 4. Did you see the game last night between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors last night?
I absolutely watched it.
They were down, Michael. They were down by 1 point with about 10 minutes to go in the first half. They won by how many?
50.
They won by 50 points.
We call that a ticker score.
Over Memphis. That is unheard of this day and age in the NBA. Am I right?
Yeah, because I kept looking at Memphis' bench thinking, who's hurt, who's out, why is this happening?
Right.
They had a full contingent of players.
Worst loss ever for Memphis. Steph Curry putting up 21 of his 30 in that huge third quarter that really turned it around. So, and as a team, get this, Golden State had 32 assists on 43 made baskets. They move the ball, they shoot the ball, they do everything well. They just have to stay healthy, and we'll get into our predictions now. The floor is yours.
I got to go first again?
Okay, yeah. Why not?
Come on, man.
Good like that.
Come on, man. Okay, Western Conference predictions. I've got Golden State at the top of the pile. I think they're going to continue to play with swagger. The Clippers, number 2. Number 3, San Antonio. I like the 1, 2, and 3 slots I have there. 4 is OKC. 5 is Houston. 6 is Phoenix. 7th is Dallas. 8th is Minnesota. The reason I went through them real quick because I want to come back and say if it finished this way, you'd have the first round of the playoffs with the Clippers and Dallas. And that would be exciting. But you would have OKC and Houston in a first round matchup.
Any of these teams facing off against one another. That is why the West is so good, because it's so deep. They're head and shoulders better than the Eastern Conference right now.
But there's some tension in the West because of the parity. You know, people and Doc Rivers, I think, kind of leads the charge of trying to win the psychological battle. You know, getting under another team's skin, and it's been a while since we've had coaches employ those type of things. Phil Jackson was really good for it, but Doc is emerging as that person. Yeah, I didn't want to say it that way, but
allow me. I can't stand watching the LA Clippers games. They just get under my skin so much because, you know, they always say you take on the personality of your coach. Every one of those players, I mean, besides CP3 and all they do is just whine. It just drives me crazy.
I'm gonna tell you
it's not fun to watch games when that's all you're saying.
I'm gonna tell you what it is about the Clippers that I think is going to be the most challenging thing. I mean, I picked them to finish second, and they could fall because they have too many players, too many different types of personalities. Right. Lance Stevenson. I mean, just stands out like, oh, whoa. So I'm a little concerned about chemistry there.
Okay, all right. So those are your Western Conference teams. Mine are going to look kind of similar, at least as far as at the top, and we'll go through mine now. Yes, the Golden State Warriors. Hard to not pick them as the top overall seed in the National Basketball Association. They are, Michael, they are the defending champs, and they are going to remain number 1 until someone knocks them off their perch. I don't see it happening this year. Oklahoma City, again, just like I mentioned in the Eastern Conference with the Chicago Bulls, if OKC stays healthy, they are going to wreak havoc. They already have started to between Westbrook and Durant. The San Antonio Spurs, I think, look, the minute we continuously do this, Michael, we always count them out. They got better in the offseason, did the San Antonio Spurs. They lost only a couple. They lost Aaron Baines and just another role player off the bench. They add LaMarcus. They bring in David West. The San Antonio Spurs are for real. They're going to be good. And the way Pop likes to spread out the minutes, look out, San Antonio as a 3 seed. They won't fall below that, I don't think. The LA Clippers, I've got them at number 4, just because, as you pointed out, they're just hotheads. They get just their tempers will get the best of them sometimes. The Houston Rockets, I've got them as the 5 seed right now. Memphis, even after that 50-point blowout last night, I'm still believing in what they're doing. Dave Yeager, is that how you pronounce his name? I see it always as Jorger. Jorger, but it's Yeager, right?
Yeah, and they played their way off my playoff list last night.
Yeah. All right. So you don't have Memphis on yours? Is that what I missed?
I do not.
Wow. Okay, and you have Dallas, but I've got Sacramento as the 8 seed. You've got Minnesota in there. So you don't have you got Memphis. You got to miss oh, no, that's where you put Houston, right? Houston is your 5. Correct? Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. So no Memphis. That will be interesting. Shall we go through our Western? Did we show the Western Conference Finals already? Did we see those at the bottom, or was that just our top 8 in the Western Conference? We did. Okay. So you had in your Western Conference, Michael, you had Golden State and the Clippers.
Right.
I have Golden State and OKC. So for an NBA champion, tell us why you have chosen who you've chosen.
Well, Golden State's going to, I think, win the West. And the Clippers, as much as I have some concerns, they have a lot of talent and a lot of experience. In Blake and CP and DeAndre. I mean, they really don't have any holes. So if Doc shrinks his rotation or deals with the chemistry issues, which is what he's supposed to be best at doing, then I think the Clippers could be in the conference finals.
Okay. But maybe. But you've got Golden State.
I got Golden State winning it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me complete the graph.
It might be in there.
Yeah, it might be up there. So I got Golden State winning it, but I got LeBron averaging a near triple-double in the finals and getting the MVP.
Wow. Okay. Not bad. I've got Golden State. We'll bring up mine now. In the NBA Finals, I have got the Chicago Bulls upsetting. Yes, I've got the Chicago Bulls upsetting the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals, taking on Golden State, who will get revenge and will put Doc Rivers in his place for saying that they played no one on their way to the championship last year. I've got the Golden State Warriors repeating. It is so difficult to do in the NBA, but I've got the Warriors taking home that trophy once again, and it's hard not to put all your eggs in Steph Curry's basket right now, Michael. He is the MVP.
Hey, you know what? I had somebody say this to me last night, and I said, you know what? I agree, and I'm going to have to steal that. They said Steph Curry is playing video game basketball.
Seriously.
I mean, the way he is just flowing and spinning and just like there's no defense out there, I'm like, is this the highest level of basketball in the world? That Steph is just cones through the driveway, getting any shot he wants. It's unbelievable. I hadn't seen anything like it.
Real quick, before we wrap things up here, I do want to bring up the fact and let all the listeners know, because when you were playing in Charlotte, you played alongside Del Curry. You and Del were the starting backcourt for the Charlotte Hornets back in the day. And you remember when Steph would come there, right? When Del would bring his kids to practice. Tell everyone about Steph, what you remember, your memories of him as a child.
He always had a basketball in his hand. And he was really young then. We're talking 3, 4 years old. But he always had basketball in his hand. And I guess as Dell's career progressed, because Dell continued to play. When I left Charlotte, it was over. Mm-hmm. Dell played another 10 years. So Steph went through each of those seasons with Dell, different places, being in shoot-arounds, being in practice, being around NBA players with a ball in his hand.
So you think that, I mean, obviously, it's in his genes, and you see what Steph has been able to accomplish. Does it make you feel like it was in another life ago?
No. It doesn't. It excites me because I remember that Steph Curry played at Davidson, and Del Curry coached his kids in AAU. I don't think anybody else ever coached Del's kids. Del and his wife Sonia own a Christian charter school, and so they educated their children, and Del coached his children.
Wow. Interesting. And Seth, not a bad player either.
Pretty impressive. Family dynamic.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it'll be interesting, not only for the Blazers game tomorrow against the Utah Jazz. I will be setting my DVR certainly for when I get home to watch the Clippers and the Golden State Warriors game, because that is going to be must-see TV. That'll be a precursor of things to come this season. And we pointed out earlier about how bad the Eastern Conference was, Michael. Only the Lakers and Pelicans are winless in the West. And as I do some update here real quick.
And then Kobe got a day off today, right?
And I was just singing Chicago's praises. Yeah, the Lakers and Nuggets don't tip off until 7:30, but you might be right. The Grizzlies, who Portland will play on Thursday, they're on a second of a back-to-back, getting blown out last night in Golden State. Now they're just up the road in Sacramento, so they're taking on the Kings at 7 o'clock, the top of the hour. And then, the Hornets tonight just blew out the Chicago Bulls. So just a minute.
Your Chicago Bulls, yeah.
How good the Bulls are going to be. Yeah, the Bulls lose by 25, 130-105. Let's get to the Trailblazer Courtside crew list for tonight. The director is Phil Beard, producer Nick Livingston, video it is Greg St. Martin, graphics Kim Anderson, on audio Corey Griffin, cameras it is Buck and Curry, the engineer as always it is Bruce Williams, Justin Moulter, the online coordinator, and the one, the only radio producer, Captain Rich Patterson, with his Beatles shirt on tonight. Where did Sammy go? Cap, is he back playing games? This is the future TV. The future in TV is right here in Sammy Patterson.
Sammy, say something to the people. He said peace.
Yeah. Bunny ears only.
Howdy, guys.
What's happening, Sammers? Do you have a good Halloween?
Yeah.
Good, good. Lots of candy. Did Dad eat it?
No, but I did get lots of candy, and I'm going to eat it tonight.
Atta kid. You'll be
Tonight.
up. You'll
He
be
said tonight.
bouncing off the walls. Good stuff. All right, Sammy, thank you guys very much.
Go Blazers.
Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, so quick talk about tomorrow's game, Michael. Again, the Utah Jazz only allowing 79 points a game early in the season.
Only scoring 79.
No,
allowing.
Allowing 79 defensively. They're shutting down teams. Now, they've only played a couple of garbage teams.
They're going to give up 90 tomorrow night, 90 plus the Blazers, because the Blazers strike early before you can set your defense, and that makes a difference. Utah is a good defensive team if they can slow your initial push. That's hard to do against the Blazers.
So a quick start will be key for tomorrow. Well, we will be over on KGW for that, the Toyota tip-off, starting at 6:30 tomorrow night.
That's right. Don't miss us.
All right. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, everyone. We will talk to you tomorrow. Good night.